Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's Friday. I'm excited about it. Let me play my theme song. It's Friday. Yes, yes, yes. Give it up for yourselves. You have made it through the night and you have made it through the week. Give yourself a round. I'm so happy about that. Before we go any further, let me pray really quickly. It's Friday. I do not want to be before you long, but I do want to connect with you. I want to talk to you. I'm very excited that we did it. We got through the week and we're continuing to go through the week. I don't know how many people, also work the weekends, but I will say that it wouldn't be uncommon in this country. What's up to my girl, Linda? Happy Friday, my girl. Good to see you. My girl, Yasmin. Happy Friday, Yasmin. So good to see you too. Also, I just would like to say before I go any further, Heavenly Father, thank you so much for waking us up. Thank you for allowing us to see this day. We ask for your constant protection. We ask for your guidance. We ask for your love, Heavenly Father, and your know-how. Show us how to be. Show us how to navigate this world. We love you. We appreciate you. Amen. All right, let that be done. All right, my girl C Stone, happy Friday. I'm just so happy that I can't play the song. Just got paid Friday night. But if I could, I would play it. But every time you play a song unauthorized, you get kind of like, it flags the video. So in some capacity, what will end up happening is they will flag it and take the video down. What's up, Maddie? Good to see you. Happy Friday. It's Friday, y'all. You already know. I got to get us some kind of DJ up in here, something though. I'll figure that out because I, of course, enjoy Fridays. I wanted to keep it light today, believe it or not. Madam President want to travel the world lightly if she could at times. So I saw this therapist. She goes by the Raquel, the capacity expert on Instagram, and she could be on TikTok as well, but I'm just not a really big TikToker. But I saw this therapist. She went viral. I felt like she was preaching to the choir. And how she went viral was she basically was saying how we've weaponized therapy in some kind of way. And I remember feeling very much that this was the case a couple years ago. I would never forget. I kept hearing people say things like, this person's toxic and this is toxic. And then I would hear, oh, this person a narcissist. This is a narcissist. You got people who ain't read a book since they were in 6th grade going around giving people traits of narcissism, like being a narcissist, whoever these people are, it's not just like, what, this person got some habits that I believe that, I can psychologically deem as narcissism. That's what's so problematic is that these things that we've just kind of casually stated, they're serious. They're not like to be taken lightly, right? Mental health is serious. We go around, I got to protect my peace. I got to protect my peace. But are you peaceful? Are you the peaceful person? Are you the peace? Or, are you the person that causing the chaos, but then going around saying things like, I want to protect my peace? So this woman, she's an expert at this, not me, considering that she is the professional. I wanted to take the time and share these clips with you all and dissect it so that we can talk about this. So number one, we can be improved, because that's what's most important about the Madam President Show. God bless you, my dog sneezed. He's been sneezing all week. Anyways, so what's important is that we are improved. We never want to, get to a place where, number one, we're making money. Number two, we're taking care of ourselves the weight of the world in general is already a consistent headache. But then we don't want to go around not really truly having self-awareness. We want to be self-aware, and we want to be informed, and we want to, properly assess what's happening within us. You know, that's just number one. So let me play the video for you. You know my motto. I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to see it for yourself. This is Raquel. Hold on one second. Yeah, it's like we weaponize mental health. Hold on, I'm presenting it now. It's a really good clip, and if you are on social media, I think you would enjoy following her. Hold on.
Cutting people off, setting boundaries, avoiding negativity, or controlling your environment. In essence, you don't have peace.
Wait, this is not the one. So I want to share the first one first, which is, I want you to also, if you could see the video, I want you to say, I can see it. Say, I can see it. Oh, here you go, right here.
Trait. We didn't just encourage self-awareness. We turned every was to create awareness, to, normalize.
I hope you can see it.
It's just me, but I thought that the goal was to create awareness, to, normalize seeking help, to make therapy accessible, to remove the shame around mental health struggles. But somewhere along the way, destigmatizing mental health has taken on a life of its own. And now, instead of people getting better, I just feel like people are getting worse. We didn't just normalize therapy. We turned it into a personality trait. We didn't just encourage self-awareness. We turned every feeling into a diagnosis. And instead of using mental health language as a tool, we've started using it as a shield, justifying avoidance, self-sabotage, and emotional fragility in the name of protection. Now everything is a trigger. Everything is trauma. People say, I can't do this. It's bad for my mental health. When what they really mean is, this is hard and I don't want to deal with it. But since when did mental health become about avoiding life instead of learning how to handle it? Good mental health isn't about comfort. It's about capacity. It's about having the emotional, the psychological, and the cognitive range to handle life as it comes, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Your mental health should be challenged, because if your mental health can't withstand stress, discomfort, or uncertainty, then you don't have mental strength. You have emotional dependence based on the right circumstances. And life does not care about your circumstances. And I'm serious, y'all. Like, really, ask yourself, has your mental health journey actually made you stronger, or has it made you retreat further into protecting yourself in the name of good mental health? Maybe it's just me, but I thought that the goal was.
Is she not preaching? She's preaching. She says you ain't really got, the mental health thing down packed if everything has to be going right for you, if everything has to be going smooth for you. And this is what is so important, because let me tell you what I've noticed about some people in our world. We have the tendency to ruin relationships, not just romantic, but friendships, because I don't feel like it. Because I don't feel like it. That's the thing. Oh, I don't want to show up. I don't feel like being supportive. Oh, I don't feel like dealing with this. I don't feel like it. You are not well. You cannot go around not feeling like being responsible without feeling like being an adult. And I get it, because guess what? Who feel like it all the time? But what I felt that was so compelling about what she was saying is, withstanding, having the capacity, having the mental and emotional capacity to deal with life as it comes. Yes, this is important, because we all know there are certain things that has happened to us in our lives that we had absolutely no control over. In fact, give yourself a round of applause because this is something that you don't get a chance to do very often, which is pat yourself on the back. And it's important. The reason that I want you to give yourself a round of applause because nobody understood exactly what you went through when you were going through it. Nobody truly understood the pain that you felt for whatever it was that you were going through, the heartbreak, the grief. As Black people, a lot of times, depending on where you are economically, we don't even have time to grieve properly. We have to grieve the dead, and sometimes we have to grieve the living. You just grieve. You keep going. You keep going. You got to show up. You got to do work. You got to do all these things. And of course, if you're a part of the Madam President community, I know for a fact that our mental health is important. And, you know, we want to do things. We want to not just do things well, we want to truly be well. So I want you to understand what she said. You know, you can't hide behind the fragility of your emotions. You know, like they used to say, I want to go, you want to go to your grandma and them house and they're going to be looking at you upside the head. You ain't changed your hair. You ain't gained the weight. And now you just decide, I ain't going over there. I don't want to see my people. I want to be with them. I don't want to deal with them because of how I'm made to feel. And it's okay sometimes, but you can't live a life of avoidance and thinking that you're choosing the healthier side of mental health. It's not possible. It's not possible to withstand, and that's something that I always think it's not possible to sustain. So one of the things I will say, I never forget, I was wearing eyelashes all the time, and I was wearing fake eyelash. I was wearing fake eyelashes when I first moved to Atlanta. It was a thing probably over 10 years ago. So I'm like, you know what? I like the fake eyelashes. I want to wear them. They, you know, make your eyes look nice. And I remember dating someone and this person said, you know, I just kind of had an addiction almost because I was like, oh, I got to get my lashes done. And then I would be like, well, I don't like the way I look if I don't have my lashes on. And then this person I was dating said, well, you know that that's not a realistic look. You know, it's nice and it's fine, but it's not realistic. You know, grown-ups eyelashes do not have that sense of exaggeration in real life. And so I started to look around a little bit and I said, really? I was like, well, I get what you're saying, but you know, and then it just dawned on me like, I don't want to have an addiction to what's not real. I don't want to have an addiction to what's not sustainable. So hence, you know, I'd stop wearing lashes, of course, but if it was a special occasion or a birthday or, you know, photo shoot or something like that, I possibly would do it. But it really allowed me to reevaluate what I had become accustomed to. This was a very important moment for me. Now, I don't know what it would be for you. You know, it may not be lashes, it may be something else that we hold on to or in the emotional sense that's not real. And we got to do better than that. So don't forget, I know that I'm talking, but I want you all to keep in mind that this is brought to you by flynubianmoney.com. This is where you go when you want to grow. This is where you go when you want to get your money up and you want to get your mind up. Do not be alarmed. Text Queens to 87948 if you want to keep up with the Fly Nubian Money family. This is where you get courses. This is where you get freebies. You know, you want to get certain things that cost you nothing at all. Text that number. If you want to keep up with Madam President, text Madam, MADAM, to 87948 just to keep up with me when I'm doing something, dropping something, going live. I want to keep you informed on that. Here's another thing that the sister said that made complete sense. I want to share because, like she said, we want to create awareness. We're not just trying to, you know, give people the ability to see that, oh, you're wrong. But it's like once you know, then you can go and fix it. Hold on.
You embody it. You think if you figure out the piece, but I just feel like nobody really has an idea of what it really takes, because if your peace depends on cutting people off, setting boundaries, avoiding negativity, or controlling your environment, in essence, you don't have peace. You have a fragile setup that only works as long as life goes your way. And the reason peace feels so hard is because you're obsessed with how to get it instead of who you need to become to embody it. You think if you figure out the right routine, the right mindset, the right boundaries, you'll finally feel at ease. But real peace has absolutely nothing to do with the how or how you strategize. It's about who you are when everything around you is uncertain, chaotic, and even uncomfortable. Most people don't trust themselves enough for that. They rely on strategies to keep them calm instead of becoming the kind of person who stays grounded no matter what. And that's why peace always feels out of reach, because you've made it something you manage instead of something that you are. Here's a question for you, okay? Am I actually at peace, or am I just micromanaging my life so that I don't have to face what disrupts it?
Do you hear what the sister is saying? She is dropping gems. Am I really at peace? But I wanted to do this because I love realists. I wanted to bring her into our platform because I love what is real. I love the realness associated to what she's doing. Are you always talking about you want to be peace. You want peace, but you the most chaotic thing walking around. You rude, you mean, you nasty. You are not peace. That's why peace can't find you. But she says that if you are peace, when you are peace, you're not managing all these different components around you. You're managing what's within you. That means that the world could be. Let me just tell you something. When I was in Los Angeles during when COVID-19 first happened. So I remember, number one, I'm in Los Angeles and COVID-19 started to happen, and then things started to get progressive, and there was like this gradual, going from there's an outbreak to, stay home, you're going to work from home, we don't know what this is, we probably get back home shortly, to, the grocery stores, people having to come into the grocery store, 4 people at a time. People were waiting out of the line. So I remember this being a very chaotic time. And I remember, trying to like mentally figure out, how am I going to manage this? Because I am currently in Los Angeles. I am just in a rut emotionally because I was going through a breakup. I was in a new job. It was just a whole lot of stuff going on. And I kept saying, well, it's just me. I'm only one person, so I'm not going to bombard the grocery store. I'm not about to go to, I'm not about to bombard the grocery store. I'm not about to go and, fight for tissue paper. I believe I have enough until I need some more. I just really began to be at peace. All is well around me. All is well within me. Can I tell you all something? I never had to deal with I never had to deal with any of the chaos that people were dealing with. When I went to the store, it was peaceful. When I went to the store, I grabbed what I needed. I didn't have to fight nobody for it. It was none of that when I got to the store. And I had seen what was going on online, on the news. Flew from Los Angeles to Atlanta in the middle of the crisis, talking to my, at the time, boss. I said, hey, I would like to, return to Atlanta and work. My supervisor, absolutely sure, go ahead. I don't know when we're going to come back into the office. That's what she said. But, whatever we have to do and need to do, you're responsible for keeping yourself on a time difference. I'm not going to be responsible for that. I'm just saying, when you are peace, when you're walking in your peace, the chaos around you, the world could be burning down and all is well within you. That's what I want for us. That's what I want for us all. Let me tell you, a lot of things, I've had a lot of things that we talked about earlier. We've had things that happen to us outside of our will. But guess what? I'm at peace. I'm at peace. And I'm going to tell you something. One of the things that I realized that will take you out of your peace is when you want to control the narrative, when you want to control other people's perspective, when you want to control other people's perception. I will never forget when I was in college, I was being suspended from school because I've always been a badass. And the one thing that I will say is I remember thinking to myself, well, I need to tell this person my side of the story. And I remember God telling me, it don't matter. Your side of the story don't matter. Let it go. You're not going to control how other people view you by giving them the other side of the story. Let them have it. Let them have it. Whatever they feel, whatever they believe to be true regarding you, you know what your truth is. Be at peace. So that's my message to us today, this Friday. Let us be at peace. This is Madam President. You tuned to the Madam President Morning Show. So I want you all to do me a favor inside of the chat and just be at peace. Put it all in the chat. I'm going to put it in there too. Be at peace. This is what our objective is all weekend long, all year long. We are going to be at peace. All right. So with that being said, you can put it in the chat too. But before I go, I just want to let you know that we do this every Monday through Friday. Every Monday through Friday, we do this. All right. We are here. Real news, bold truth, 100% politically incorrect. Also, this is brought to you by flynubianmoney.com. This is where you go to get your money up. This is where you go to get your mind up. flynubianmoney.com. Text Queens to 87948. Also, I want you to know Madam President has her own shop. If you ever want to shop with Madam President, go to thefreedom.company, www.thefreedom.company. This is everything that comes from my mind, everything that comes from my heart starts right there. I really appreciate you. I've enjoyed you this week. We did it. We got through another week. I want to continue to grow the Madam President platform. And I thank you for joining me as I continue to grow. What I believe in my heart is what I want to do most mornings. All right, guys, I will see you on Monday, but I got some things that you should be following me on social media, on Instagram. I am one Madam President. Yes, that's where a lot of my content will kind of rest, Instagram and YouTube. But other than that, I don't have any other place that I, do a lot of content. But I'm also going to be teaching a class with my sister, Chris Iman. She has a course on artificial intelligence. If you have a business that you want to learn how to use AI to amplify, elevate your business, you're going to want to be a part of this. This isn't something that you're going to just want to sit out and watch. This is something that I would like to say really quickly before I go as it relates to artificial intelligence. That is, the robots are the new slaves. Every company, every organization is getting some kind of artificial intelligence program to utilize and amplify their company. And most of all, they're getting rid of, if your job, I don't know what you do for a living, but I want you to ask yourself, can a robot do my job? And if a robot can do your job, then you better believe that a robot will do your job. Okay. And it's not because you're not good at it. It's just that we live in a society that will continue to sacrifice humanity for its own, evil, for its own capitalist ways, capitalist mindset. That's what will continue to happen. All right. So I'll make sure you all have that information. Thank you for being with me. I appreciate you. Have a good weekend. All right, I'm out.